What's up, guys? Chris with Croft CNC and CNC for Newbies USA here. Uh, Wanted to go live and show you guys some tips and tricks that I used as I'm setting up this one car garage for CNC production. Okay. For you guys that are in this hobby and only have a one car garage to deal in, um, this will be some information to really help you. Um, some of this stuff is expensive. It's not sponsored. All of the stuff I'm getting ready to show you, I've bought the materials myself. I'm doing myself. This is a challenge of fitting. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got 9 CNC machines that I have to organize on a very small piece of property in an HOA. So I'm very limited to what I can do, what I have, and everything like that. Not the most optimal situation, but for those of you that have been following me, you remember when we first moved into this house, we did a quick move. We moved from Pennsylvania to Miami. First off, I went from acres to feet, and I went from 3,000 square foot of hobby shop to a one car garage. Okay. So some of the things that we did, um, let's change the camera here. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm still trying to learn how to do this from the phone. Okay. All right. So some of the things we did. First off, right here, we've got trash and recycling in the shop. We doubled it and we put TV/monitor and keyboard layout and my UCCNC pendant for the 4x8 machine all on top of the trash can. Okay, so that helps take care of some of that issue. We now have trash, we have recycling, and we have a stand to put stuff on. On top of that, yesterday you guys saw my stream breaking up. What I did was I went up to Best Buy and bought a Netgear booster, and I boosted the signal from the center of the house out to the garage. We now get signal from our network 2 houses over. Okay, so now I've got good internet in the garage. I can do broadcasts. I can get on the net and search stuff. Real simple buy. I think this was like $30, $40. It was something simple. This was just something built. It was actually built a while ago. Not really CNC'd, just regular woodworking. Wireless keyboard. I did have back under there is the wired keyboard and mouse. I went up to Best Buy. I got a wireless setup so that I could operate it from here for right now. And that allows me not to take up space with a computer system right up in here. Okay. Next order of business, we started putting cabinets up top like before. I showed you guys that. But I stacked my 3D printers, double stacked them, and I made sure to put a mark on the wall. Okay. So this mark is where the dryer door opens. This is the end of where I can put stuff to comfortably be able to grab the door. Okay. So I mapped out that because obviously my wife and I are going to need to do laundry, so I don't want that obstructed. And I'm going to put a false wall up over this that's going to have layers, and I'm actually going to store tools on it. So flat tools. I'm going to do a little shadow board thing. So we've got laundry area will be closed off and taken care of. We've got cabinets going along the top up there. We've got 3D printers here. We've got the 4x8 machine. This is a full 4x8 machine in a one-car garage with water-cooled spindle, 5-axis control. It's actually 6-axis control. Then back here, we have one of two 4x4 machines, 4-foot by 4-foot machines from CNC for Newbies. Okay. Any of you guys that are familiar with the new carve machine know that this is a beast of a workhorse. The only problem is in a one-car garage with a 4x8 machine, you don't have room for a 4x4 machine to go with it. So what I did was I put this on a folding table. It looks like crap right now because this was my first iteration of how am I going to put this thing together? How's it going to handle and everything? So I put it on a rotating cart. It has a black iron pipe or whatever conduit pipe from Home Depot. And then the back end is braced. Okay. And it's a torsion style table. All right. And then the machine itself is actually screwed to the table through the base frame so that it can't go anywhere. And then I haven't figured out a good solution for the Demon controller yet. I may actually put a bulkhead somewhere around here that allows me to plug the Demon controller in and then also unplug it with like a quick connect. I'm not sure yet, but I can actually fit both of my 4x4 machines side by side right here, and still have room to walk back to the toolbox. So we got a large toolbox here that obviously I got to get stuff cleaned out, but I'll be filling this up. Okay, so now one car garage, we already have 2 3D printers, the photography equipment, the trash and recycling, the computer for the 4x8 machine, the 4x8 machine itself, one of the 4x4 machines. And then I'm in the middle of building the miter saw, the mobile miter saw station, or the modular miter saw station. So there's actually going to be a modular unit that goes under this table and under that table. Under that table over there is going to house the air compressor and shop vac. And under here is going to be miscellaneous clamps, pocket hole jig, planer, joiner, stuff like that. Okay, so that's how we're going to incorporate the useful woodworking tools in here under this. And then something that's really nice, it was a little expensive. It was about $300. Actually, I think it was like 250. Okay, doesn't sound like much difference, but whatever. But what's nice about it is I got the Wood River tilting cart that's on rubber casters. And this thing is nice because the casters are all movable. They rotate 360 degrees and they have locks on them. So I can put up to 5 full sheets of plywood on this at a time. And I'm able to roll it around the shop. So if I need extra room back here, I can roll that towards the front of the shop through the walkway. Okay. If I need to load stuff on, I'm going to get to a really cool setup that I'm making for loading full sheets onto the 4x8 by myself. It's really nice. Shout out to Dave Stanton for some information and some ideas. But I'm coming to a way to load that myself. It'll be pretty nice. So the 4x8 machine will be able to have full sheets on it, and I'll be able to take them from my Ranger outside of the door in the driveway into the shop with no problem. Then on top of that, whenever I want to cut something on sawhorses, I got a little hand lift so I can scoop it from the bottom and lift. I got a one-wheel dolly or a one-end dolly, so I can be on one end and then dolly the other end. And then I got a gorilla gripper that pinches and allows me to lift the material from the front. So whenever I push up on this handle, that clamps down on the sheet to allow me to lift it up, get the dolly under it, get it onto this cart, and so on and so forth. What's nice about this Wood River cart is you pull this handle and this will actually expand, or not expand, but rotate flat. And then you can actually extend it from here. So you can actually lift this up. And what I might do is go up to Harbor Freight and get a bottle jack and weld on some tabs on this so that I can bottle jack it into place. And I might actually use this as a lift table. I'm not sure yet. It's not really designed for that. I don't know if I'll have the room for it like I think I will, but that's something that's really nice. So now if I need to, I need room up towards the front of the shop. I just move this back. Okay. Now I have room up here. So I need to get air compressor out. It's not great, but it is a solution. Okay. I'm working within the confines that I'm given. I really want to make something happen in this one car garage because right now real estate is anywhere from $1 to $5 a square foot here. And it doesn't include anything. Like they don't include your electricity in that. You have to put your electricity in your name and go from there. They don't include garbage in that. You have to get your own garbage pickup scheduled. So there's a lot of stuff that goes with living in a new location that I'm not quite familiar with or aware of, that the longer I can stay in this location, the better off my chances are of making a really good go of being able to stockpile money and buy an actual location for classes and everything like that. Turning the camera back around. Okay. So now we've got a lot of stuff. The miter saw is on the miter saw station. We've got the table saw underneath here. There's a shop vac underneath there for now. It won't be there in a minute. But basically today's objective is to get the foam board on top of the CNC, the 4x8 CNC, get a sheet of plywood up there, start cutting the cart to go under this area here. Wow, when I do that, it makes me look fat. Anyways, we'll be able to put the cart under here. We'll seal up the air compressor. We'll put all the air nailers and brad nailers and staplers and everything like that with it. We'll put the air lines with it. We'll have a drawer for like air compressor oil or air tool oil, stuff like that. And then I'm actually going to insulate the box so that we have less sound from it. So we have 36 inches back, which is really nice. And we'll go from there as far as that. Other than that, Oh, in the little doorway over here, something. Let's see. There we go. Oh yeah, over here at the garage doorway, um, we have like a little kick in for a refrigerator that's back there, and then the wall for my daughter's room. Um, this area right here was pretty unusable for anything substantial. So I just went and got 12-inch deep single cabinets, or 15-inch deep, 12-inch wide single cabinets, and I stacked two on top of them. And I'm able to put uh, little CNC stuff in there, just little miscellaneous stuff, making use of all of that space. Okay. And then on top of that, we still have space under the CNC that I haven't built the cabinets for or anything yet. So we'll have material storage. We'll have some pull-out bins underneath that I'll be able to use as tools or anything like that. So I'm pretty excited there. We'll probably use the bottom part as storage. And I haven't quite figured out how I want to do that yet, but I'm going to figure it out. I might just do one table all the way on casters, and then Trent, what's up? How are you? But I'll do a table with casters, and that'll house full sheets underneath, and then I'll probably store like 5 full sheets. It's up off the ground. It's out of the moisture and everything. And then underneath of those, I'll probably have small pull-out drawers or just open carcass so that I can slide in cutoffs and stuff like that, making the most use of an unusable area, basically, and just go from there. Other than that, that's pretty much where everything is at. And I'll just keep trying to organize. That's all I can do. We're making a lot of headway, a lot of progress, as you can see. So Trent asks, what kind of machines am I setting up? I have a bunch of my CNC routers, 3D printers, and stuff like that being set up right now. I'll probably keep my plasma cutter under a custom built little shed, I guess, like a rollout shed out in the side yard. I'll just build like a tiled little rollout shed, and I'll just roll the machine out of the shop area, cut, and then roll it back in. That's my big thing. So in this area right now, I have the 4x8 CNC for newbies rack and pinion machine. I have the 4x4 lead screw CNC for newbies machine, and then right next to it, I'm going to have the 4x4 high-speed new carve CNC for newbies router. So we're going to have 3 routers there. We've got 3D printers here. And then on this area, I'm probably going to have the CNC lathe will be on the end cap, maybe. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with the CNC lathe yet. I got a lot of organizing to do. By the time it's said and done, the CNC lathe might end up here or maybe on top of the toolbox. I'm not quite sure yet. So, but this is what I have to work with in terms of a 1-car garage. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm making. And for those of you that say you wish you could do it, but you just can't make it work, I call bullshit. You guys can make it work. You just have to think outside of the box. Um, it's nice whenever you can purchase like carts and stuff like that, but a lot of this stuff you don't have to. You can make this. Welcome to Florida. That's the rain outside. We've got rain for like the next 2 days. Uh, but you can make something like this, and it just goes under the one end of the plywood so that you can drag plywood in and out of your shop. This allows you to hook under the bottom and actually carry plywood into your shop. Um, this hooks on the top and allows you to lift up, so you can lift plywood up onto something. You can lift it onto a dolly, so on and so forth. Um, some other things I have over here. I keep an adjustable Black and Decker workbench. I have a 4-wheel Harbor Freight dolly under this with 2x4 bracing. And then I have some fold out plastic sawhorses. And then over there, I have adjustable metal fold up sawhorses. So just some stuff to think about, look at. I've got fans. I needed those in PA. I don't know that I'm going to need them here, just because I do have air conditioning out in the shop. I have an AC vent right up there, which is nice. But then I also have my portico, which will go right in here. I'm going to cut into the opening. I'm going to get a secondary panel over top so that it doesn't mess with the HOA codes. And I'll basically just plasma cut a thin piece of tin to put the vent out and the drain out. And I'll have really nice AC in here that doesn't use up a lot of electricity, doesn't make a lot of noise, and it keeps it nice and cool. Because we had a bout here where it was 104 degrees, you know, anywhere from 100 to 104 degrees for like 5 days straight. And I'm out here trying to get all this stuff squared away. And man, it was just brutal. And then I found out that the AC vent was closed. That's right up here. So let's move this back around. All right. We had quite a few visitors in, but we're down to one viewer. Viewer, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. If you don't have any questions, I'm going to give it a couple seconds for anything to come through, and I'm going to close this out because, why not? Some quick changes that I've been making to my CNC is I've got the touch probe here. I put a plug in for the plate probe here. I'm going to put 2 aviation connectors here for the rotary axis and the trunnion table axis. So this machine is actually a 5-axis machine built by the base is a CNC for Newbies 4896, and then I put the trunnion table all together and I built a custom control box. However, it's real simple. I didn't damage the original control box, so I just, whenever I have to do 3-axis for videos for CNC for Newbies, I just throw this bad boy back in there and we're good to go. But to maximize space usage, I'm going to be putting some cabinets in there and some stuff like that. So just be on the lookout, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. All right, later, guys. Oh, hey, how how are you setting up your water cooling, if any, on these machines? So I do have water cooling. I have B&R spindle kit, first generation spindle kit. Um, he has since done a lot of upgrades and a lot of tweaking to a lot of aspects of it, and he's coming out with his own spindle VFD setup, which I'm really excited about. Billy, if you're out there, I'm hoping I'm getting one of those signature series or the pro series, you know. But anyways, uh, I've got my water bucket here. It's a 5 gallon Lowe's bucket with the aquarium pump in it. Uh, I have a lot of guys bitch about the aquarium pump. I've never had an issue with it. I keep the container sealed, um, and then around all the openings I put silicone, and I leave the rubber gasket in there. Uh, that's that has a mixture of 50-50 antifreeze with 2 gallons, a gallon of 50-50 antifreeze with 2 gallons of distilled water. And then if it gets real hot in here, um, in the summer it got hot in here, obviously. I just take Powerade bottles. I throw them in the freezer. I just pull them out of the freezer, throw them right in there, and we're good to go. Um, I've used little wine chilling freezers before without any issue. That's always a good solution. Uh, do whatever you can do, whatever you got to do, and just go from there. That everything's sealed up. Um, as you can see right now, I actually have. Well, maybe you can't. There you go. All that there. That's actually a plasma machine that hasn't been put together yet. So, take that for what it's worth. Where there's a will, there's a way. Um, we've got, you guys see, I save all of my copper and everything like that because I actually do my own melting. I melt stuff down. Um, and you guys can see um, these are some of my, there we go. There. So what I would do is I would get soda cans, and then I would get free curio cabinets off of Let Go and stuff, anything that was real wood, and I would redo them. I'd melt down any aluminum, copper, brass. Over there is just stacks of aluminum. They used to be bags of aluminum cans. I melt them down, and then you can actually machine it out if you want into bars. You can actually make your own bars of aluminum uh, ingots and stuff like that. Um, I got die cam over a lot of those, but yeah, that's how I make my custom pulleys for turning wood drill presses into metal drill presses. I just make a reduction pulley on the CNC using Vectric and some V-bits, and I just flip them, do a perimeter cut, and go from there. But you do a sand mold, sand casting with it, and then you can upgrade your drill presses and lathe gears and stuff like that. So, any other questions, guys? We're going to give it a few, but you can see I got all kinds of stuff up there. I got stuff to be digitized and and stuff like that. You know, just in general stuff. So, anybody else got anything for me? Or are we good? All right, guys. With that being said, I'm going to catch you on the flip side. Be safe. Talk to you later.